even though my topic is inner kid keto, it's a lot more about the inner kid than the keto. Keto is the journey I've been on for a significant amount of weight loss in the last few months. Went from 205 to about 165 in 3 or 4 months, like a 40-pound loss. I want to see more of a giveaway than a loss, a healing, a transformation, a letting go of that which no longer serves me. And what has happened as a result of the peeling away that which no longer serves me is an emergence of my essence, of my confidence, of my message. And today is about a lot more about message than food. I hope you have space for that. First of all, I want to talk about this amazing, wonderful, beautiful shirt. Don't you love it? I love it. It came from my baby sister, Lori. She was wearing it at a video event that I was in, and I said, I love your shirt. And she said, I got it at a Native American reservation, Two Sisters Reservation in Oregon. And I said, well, if you ever get rid of it, send it to me. And she sent it to me this week, and I'm so excited. And with the shirt, she also sent this wonderful feather. It was attached to it. Isn't that perfect? Feathers are a big deal in our family, and I want to share a little bit more about that. Our heritage is part Native American. Apparently, on my dad's side of the family, we have some kind of blood relations in an Eastern Canadian tribe, but I don't know which one. So, throughout our life, there has been interest in a Native American culture. I grew up in Olympia, Washington, and the Nisqually Indians were in that area. And my brother became active in the Nisqually fishing situation back in 1968, where they were demonstrating for the rights to continue doing salmon fishing in the river. And it was quite an event. He got arrested for civil disobedience and all that stuff a long time ago. And my brother Joe Schiller, they used to call him Indian Joe. I've talked about Joe in other videos and how life was very tragic and very challenging. How he died of cancer at 49. In the 12-step group, they used to call him Indian Joe. Whenever I see a feather now on the ground anywhere, I always say, hi, Joe. It's like his sign that he's visiting me. In fact, my other sister, Teresa, does that too. We always see a feather on the ground as a sign that our brother is visiting. I've used feathers as significant messages for a long time. One time I went for a job interview as an activities assistant when I was living in the Lowell, Massachusetts area at a nursing home. I think it was Blair House. I'm pretty sure it was Blair House in that area. And I had an interview for the position, and there was snow on the ground. There was a lot of snow. But I felt the interview went well. When I came out, right on the top of the snow next to my car door was a beautiful blue feather. And I thought, that's a sign I'm going to get this job. And sure enough, I did, and I loved that job. I was there for several months. Loved working with the elderly, doing a lot of games and things. Now I'm the elderly. I'm 77 myself. But at the time, I was in my 40s, and I had a good time with them. Okay, feathers. I made this little thing. We can use it for ceremony when we do smudging. Here's one of the feathers I found for my in a walk. So let me tell you how Lori got this shirt. She and her husband, Gary, I took a trip to Two Sisters Reservation in Oregon for a few days. There was a teepee set up, and a young man was selling art and this T-shirt in the teepee. So she bought that shirt, and it's just perfect. I just think it's perfect. I want to mention also an author that I have loved for many years, and that's Carlos Castaneda. He's written Journey to Ixtlan, Yaqui Way of Knowledge, a whole Tales of Power. I think he's got 9 books out. You could look him up, Carlos Castaneda. He was an anthropologist, studied, I believe, at UCLA, and did a lot of research over the border in Mexico with native tribes over there. And there are many, many beautiful, insightful messages in his books. And one of them is a time where Carlos and his Yaqui Indian mentor was taking him on a trail. And he said at one point a bird flew up, and the Yaqui Indian said, if you have a question in your mind and a bird flies up, that's an agreement. Look for signs in nature for an agreement. And that's how I knew that blue feather by my car was an agreement from the universe that this was a go ahead on that particular job. Now I'm going to switch gears a minute, and I want to talk about family. I have been counseling people for 40 years as an intuitive counselor, and hundreds and thousands of readings. People have talked about family dynamics, problems with family, siblings, sibling rivalry, when parents died, how this one got the money or that one was left out, hurt feelings. This is not uncommon. If you're starting to kind of shut down as I talk about family pain and siblings, pay attention. Try not to let this be a turnoff to you, but listen a little closer. I've been involved with adult children of alcoholics for many years, and that's the first place I encountered the concept of uh, dysfunctional families and 4 dynamics that the kids in a dysfunctional family tend to adopt, 4 basic behaviors. And if you haven't heard them before, I'm going to quickly outline them to you now. In these dysfunctional families where there's an alcoholic or an angry person or a dangerous person or an acting out person or whatever, frequently the kids get caught up in the trauma and try to distract from that pain. And there are 3 rules in these dysfunctional families: don't talk, don't trust, don't feel. So everybody shuts down. But then we often go into these roles, and one kid will be the hero. And the role of the hero is, I'll be so good it'll distract from the garbage that's going over there with mom and dad. I'll just be so good, no one would ever believe our family's messed up. Another kid might say, I'll be the rebel. I'll get in trouble with the law, I'll flunk out of school, I'll crash a window, whatever. I'll hit my sister. The rebel's thinking subconsciously is, I will be so bad that no one will look at mom and dad fighting. This is just me. I'm the cause for all the problems here. I will be the scapegoat. I'll take it on. And there's a book that says that the scapegoat actually chooses that role. They actually volunteer for the role. It's subconscious. But these are dynamics that are seen in dysfunctional families over and over worldwide. The next role is the invisible child. Well, this family's so toxic. There's a hero, there's a rebel. Families are screaming, people are drinking, people are acting out. I'll just be quiet. I'll just be a little mouse. I'll hide. I'll stay in my room and read, or I'll get a job. I'll never come home. I'll stay in the basement. I'll stay secret. I will not contribute to the garbage. It won't be my fault. I'm good and quiet. the fourth child, there's 4 kids, or the fourth role is the mascot. I'm going to lighten this place up. I'm going to tell jokes. I'm going to be the life of the party. I'm going to just, I'm going to become a comedian, or I'm going to just be cheerful, 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 Polly Sunshine. And so the mascot tries to lift everybody up. Are you starting to say, oh, I could see that in my family? I could see how, and according to the information that the therapists say, every kid can play every role. In a pinch, we can all do them all, but we usually get specialties. So, what does that tell you? What often happens in these dysfunctional families is once everybody leaves home, the kids scatter like chickens, gone, never to talk again. It's too painful. The memories are too hurtful. We were too competitive. We fought each other. We hated each other. We were jealous of each other. There were so many toxic dynamics. Many times, families don't heal. If you're sitting here with me, you're unique. You're one of the brave ones. Nobody sits in this chair that doesn't have a lot of courage. I give you credit just for sitting this long, listening to this stuff. Come on in, lean in. You're special. You could be part of the family healing. You could be the one that starts to reach out and pull people back. Sometimes the only thing you can do is heal yourself and be a safer person to return to if somebody else starts to heal. But you could start to reach out. Send a Christmas card, send a birthday card, send a text, send a little video. Say, I've been watching Linda on Inner Kid Keto. Maybe you'd like to watch it. How about that segment 63 on Two Sisters? Maybe there's something there we can discuss. Hint, hint. I don't want to rub it down, rub it in, but I want to invite you to consider that there may be some rich value in reconnecting with a broken family. Now, I've told in other meetings, other videos, how I was the second oldest of 12. In the original family, I was the oldest, but my dad married a woman who had 6 children, and they had 3 more, and mom had 3 with dad, so there were 12 of us all together. But I'm the oldest of Dad's biological kids, and Lori Linda sent me this shirt, is the youngest of the 12. And we discovered something about one another today that we never knew until now. I'm 77 and she's 16 years younger. Now, we haven't spent a lot of time together, but we've known each other. We've spent several weeks together and been in contact for years. We both found out today that we both hate fantasy movies, fantasy videos, fantasy stories. We just despise them. Can't stand them. Neither of us. Just not our thing. But I'm wondering, because Dad raised us both, maybe Dad taught us that. And that was something we picked up from Dad. I don't know. But nothing gets me into that stuff. I can't do Harry Potter. I can't do Star Wars. None of it. Cartoons, hate it all. Give me reality or I'm not interested. And it's okay. But we were raised in different states, different families, barely knew each other as kids because she was a tiny baby when I was 16. So there is a rich opportunity in reaching out and getting to know one another. I invite you to take that risk. So I have 2 sisters. Teresa, the one that gave me the bear, which I showed in the other video, who was raised with me and my mother and my brother. And Lori, the littlest, was raised with Dad and Rita. Then there's some stepsisters, Pauline, Michelle, and Trenny. So family has rich potential for you. I love them all. but we live in states far apart. We had different lifestyles. They raised tons of kids. I had none. I traveled all over the world. They stayed within 50 miles of where they were born. It's okay. But do consider reconnecting, opening your heart. That's all I want to say for today. Pay attention to feathers. Maybe look up Carlos Castaneda's. Re-explore family dynamics. Consider getting into adult children of alcoholics if that, or dysfunctional families if you have, because it is for dysfunctional families too. If you have that history, there's rich material there. And one more thing, this coming Monday, March 31st, 2025, I'm beginning an online group for Pete Walker's book, Complex PTSD. It's only $10 a month. And we'll keep that open for a while. You don't have to be there the first week to join us. You can come in. I'll let you know when we stop accepting new people. But for the first month or two, we'll probably let people continue to join us. You don't have to own the book to be part of the group, and it'll meet for an hour on Monday nights, 8:30 Eastern. And you can sign up for $10 a month on my website, innerkidketo.com. And you can cancel at any time. If you hate it, no one's going to keep charging you. You don't have to explain. You don't have to come back. But if you want to come and explore feelings, family dynamics, who you are, and learn how to stand up for yourself, love yourself a little better than you are today, which could help with weight loss, self-esteem, empowerment, confidence, come on. It's a bargain. I'd love to get to know you face to face on Zoom. We send you the link. We keep it easy. All right, that's it for today. God bless you and have a good night. Take care. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.